Very pleasant morning. Yes, Happy New Year to some of our wonderful viewers that we're having in on Feedy Bakery channel. This we are in the morning here. Hello, wherever you're watching me from. Yes, my name is Oriofe Adewale, your female baker. Yes, your female baker. How has your weekend been? How was your Sunday? So, welcome to our wonderful series for 2026. So this morning I just want to, are you grateful? Are you grateful? Yes, that's the question I have for you. Are you grateful? What are you grateful for? I want to know in the comment section. What is it you are grateful for? I will always tell you I'm grateful for life. Yes, grateful for life. And here I am this morning. I have a very quick one that I want to, yes, show to you, or want to make, you know, whipping ice cream. Using whipping cream, I want to make ice cream. So I have 2 cups of whipped cream powder. Yeah, I don't know if you're seeing. So I'm using two cups of that. Yeah, I'm not advertising the company. And in here I have cold water, 1 cup. So I have 1/4 cup. So I'm just going to, I whip on low speed first, just for it to incorporate. I have my timer here. Yes, hello, how are you? Thanks for joining in. So I have it there. Mix it for 30 minutes and then I'll increase the speed. I'll increase the speed to allow it. Hello there, welcome to Feedy Bakery channel. Allow it to whip up. I have my getting still here. Let me measure out. I need one cup of this. Hello, thanks for joining in. Thanks for, yeah, I'm trying to. Thank you. Thanks for the likes. Thanks for the thumbs up. Thank you. Thank you. I don't want to open all the camera. Thanks for the likes. Thanks for the thumbs up. Yes, I'll show it to you once. flavor to it, and just for it to mix very well. So I have my container. Yes. So let me show you. It's ready. So I have, you saw the measurements. That was why I used 2 cups of this, 2 cups of whipping cream powder, and I used 2 cups of cold water, 2 cups plus a quarter cup. That was what I used. And after it has mixed for a while, I now added the condensed milk. So here I have it. So it goes in. I just want to mix it very well so that the flavor and the condensed milk I have underneath are able to, This will be going into the freezer. And we'll leave it there for 6 to 8 hours. Because I want it well frozen. Yeah, so here I have it. My ice cream is ready. So if you have learned a thing or two on this channel, I know that you would always want to come back to learn more. So this is where, do you have any question for me today? Let me see in the comment section. Hi. Yes. I love you too. Thank you. Thanks for the thumbs up. Thanks for the like, and thanks for always, coming online, to get one or two things. Yeah, but before now, let me just show you. So, this is, don't let me say it. I'm sure most of you know what this is. Last week in our video, I showed you the process that we took from, the mixing, weighing the dough, and rolling it. Then I had more of the loaf pan bread. But today it's a fancy one. It's our regular, best-selling product that we have. It's resting, and after 2 or 3 hours, now the weather is a bit cold. Temperature also affects bread. When you have the temperature outside, if it's very cold and you don't have something to regulate, the temperature you have inside, it's definitely going to affect the bread that you are making. If you go to a bigger industry that they have enough automated machines, it's regulated. But as a small business, when you're starting small, if you have an environment that is not too favorable for the bread for it to rise, that means normally when you're baking bread, it needs heat for the yeast fermentation to rise to the expected volume that you want it. Now, if the environment is very cold, what you can do is you need to get an enclosed place, or use a covering nylon and cover the pan. You already have the dough inside, and allow it to. It might take a longer time, not too long. Another thing you can do is, I will not advise you to increase the yeast. Even if you are going to increase the yeast, let it be minimal, so it is not affecting what the outcome of your product. And after you have done that, you have to watch it. You have to know the time. Okay, what time? For closed pan, the proving time differs from when you make an open pan bread. They differ. Most times for closed pan, it comes out faster. Why? Is because there is a lid on it, and once the lid is on it and it has risen to, let's say this is your pan, and the bread has risen to 3/4 of the pan, the space that you have in there is still going to help it. So once it gets into the oven, it's going to rise. It will stop because it will have to fill the the bread pan. Once it fills the bread pan, then after the baking, you bring it out and you see you having your squared or rectangular kind of bread. Now for open pan bread, it doesn't need that, because once it's open, it continues to rise, it increases, it has a dome on the head, and once it has attained the height, you will see it would not continue to rise again. It will stop at the right temperature that you have put it, and the baking will end. So there is always a difference for closed pan bread and open pan bread, but depending on what your customers like. Most times, I think all over the world, people prefer close pan bread. Yes, close pan bread. It's easy for you to make sliced bread. It's easy to make whatever you feel like. Some don't even like sliced bread. Some people prefer it as loaf, so they tear it out themselves. So whatever your preference, or whatever the preference of your customer, customer is king. Yes, the customer is king. So whatever your customer like, please, this 2026, go out there and make sure that you give your customer, your clients, a satisfactory experience that keeps them coming back. Yes. So for today, that is where we'll be wrapping up. And like I said, we made what? Ice cream. We have different methods of making ice cream, but this is just a very fast way. This also can be used, yes, this also can be used to decorate a cake. Whipped cream cake can be used to decorate a cake. After decorating it, place it in the fridge so that it can be firm. But know it that once you bring it out and you don't have a controlled environment where you have air conditioner, AC, it is going to melt. So you have to make sure it's in a cool environment for it to be stable and for your customer to enjoy what they have purchased from you. So thank you once again for joining. I remain your female baker, Oriofe. Yes, thank you. Thanks for the thumbs up. Thanks for joining. Thanks for always being here with me. So catch you next time. Bye-bye. Yeah, before I go, what is that business? What is that thing that you have prepared yourself for in 2026? Are you thinking of starting a bakery business? A cake business? Anything that has to do with baking? I'm in the baking line, so that is what I'm going to talk about. In our next live session, I want you to send me messages and let me know. Yes, send in your message and let me know if you want a one-on-one coaching section. I'm here for you. Thank you once again. See you next time. Bye-bye.